Hello, my name is Jay, and welcome back to my Tech Vault. And I hope you're having a wonderful Friday, or whenever you decide to watch this video, but oh boy, I don't know how to really describe this. They're gonna hear a lot of different things. There's a lot of storm coming from these leaks, because they're pretty concrete. So first off, let me go what the leak is, and then I'll explain it. There's some things that are off that some people are going to, of course, point out, and I'm going to explain why they're off, which is basically clock speeds. But we're going to go over it. So first off, on the data, there is a benchmarking database that the processor, the 16-core, 32-thread, AM4 socket processor, 3000 series, showed up on. It showed up on this database as a physical processor that was benchmarked. Now, this is usually what we see right before the release, within a couple months of the actual processor. We saw this for Ryzen, saw this for Ryzen or the Zen Plus, Ryzen 2000 series, and I'm going to bet money we're going to see it again for the Ryzen 3000 series. So, this is, I would say, 90% sure at this point that this will actually end up being a real processor compared to what we were originally expecting, about a 50-50. So now this is confirmation that there is at least going to be a 16-core, 32-thread processor. Now, as for the price, a lot of the clock speeds, those are a little iffy, but looking at some of the other things, it's actually very, everything lines up currently to what AdoredTV was actually suggesting. So as you can tell, I have a couple Ryzen builds that I've done in the past. I'm actually really excited for this new generation because it's got a lot of cool features and a lot of cool things that I'm planning on actually upgrading from my 1800X, and I'm really interested and involved in this, and so that's why I like talking about it a lot. So first off, as I said, there's a 16-core 32-thread processor. It has a 3.6 gigahertz base clock currently and a 4.2 gigahertz boost clock. And you're going, that's nowhere near to the 5.1 gigahertz, or sorry, the 4.9 gigahertz that was originally promised with the 3800X. And I would say you're right, that's nowhere close, but this is an engineering sample. And usually, engineering samples, we see a substantial clock speed increase from the very first engineering samples to the final product. And this is what we've seen in the past. As I said, with all the all the previous processor design iterations, this is something that typically happens. This is not anywhere off or any bit too far away from the clock speed goal that the leaks suggested, and I definitely think, looking at it, we could definitely see something at that clock speed rate. I believe it's 4.9 gigahertz and a 4.0 base clock speed on the 3800X. I believe that's what AdoredTV had on the leaks. But if you look at it, that's not too far off. And yes, while we may see 0.1 gigahertz off perhaps, I doubt it. I think that's really in line with where it needs to be at this point in time, especially as an engineering sample. I think it's about time that the product is eventually making its way there. So right now we have confirmation of an 8-core, obviously, a 6-core, all the previous cores I would assume, that we've seen in the past generation. And we have a 12-core, someone's found a benchmark 12-core processor, 3000 series, and now we have a 16-core processor as well. So a couple things to point out. As I said, this has been something that has been done in the past. Usually when we see something like this is pretty concrete evidence that this is going to be a real processor. Some of the things that I definitely think, and I addressed in a previous video yesterday, or I believe Wednesday, is that I think that something is off with this. This almost seems slightly too good to be true. So I think the price, while it may be it may be $500, but something seems slightly off, so just keep that in mind. The other thing is, there are a lot of stuff floating around, and there are been a lot of leaks going around. TDP, obviously, I think still should fall in line with what we were expecting. Obviously, with 7 nanometers, that process is producing a lot less heat, a lot more efficient. So that would definitely be something that's more likely to, of course, meet that goal as well. So currently, as it is, this benchmarked processor fits into all of the checkboxes that AdoredTV had for the top tier. And I would say that now, at this point in time, I would say AdoredTV's leaks are almost spot on currently with what we've seen. There's actually been yet to be disproven in any part of those leaks, and this is kind of really concreting and supporting that heavily. Yeah, so I would definitely say now at this point, Zen 2 is definitely something worth considering waiting for, and without a doubt, definitely keep your money in your pocket, at least until this product comes out, before you make a judgment about buying any processor. Because if this lines up, and so far it is, as being such a high clocked processor, being so many cores, it's definitely going to be something that you should have money set aside for if you have not upgraded in a good bit of time, and it's definitely something I would recommend waiting. Currently, with what we have no information on Intel, I would say that currently with what I am provided at the time of this video, it definitely looks like AMD is going to be AMD's year, and I'm really excited, especially for all the people that I've been talking to, some of the clients that I've been working with that want to build computers. It's going to be a fun year, especially for me because I want to upgrade, but it looks quite impressive. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you're ecstatic and excited as I am. Go down below in the comments, let me know, and if you're interested, subscribe. If not, have a wonderful day. If this video, you enjoyed it, and you're hyped, and you want to get on the hype train, give it a thumbs up. If not, you still have a wonderful day. And yeah, I'm pretty happy. This is pretty good confirmation. So thanks very much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and goodbye.